Great to see you here in Manchester. How's it been so far?
It's been dope. It's been great. It's been awesome. I've been here for like less than 24 hours. I'm a little jet lagged, but I went into town, got some food. It was jumping last night, Friday night.
Yep.
I know we're all speaking English, and I know we're American. And some of the communication, I'm asking a lot of like, what did you say?
Oh,
like,
really?
say that one more time.
Yeah.
And I know it's us, Americans.
It's us.
We're bad.
Yeah.
Because it's your language first. So
Yeah.
like,
We just took it and made it all simple.
we're probably doing it wrong, for sure.
But luckily we have a lot of translators here if we need it. We have Aaron who's from Scotland. We've got all kinds of...
Scotland.
Yep.
I'm
That's
lost
a hard one
in
sometimes.
Scotland. I met some guys from Liverpool, and I was like, one more time.
What?
One more time.
Yes. But not your first time in the UK. I met you at a different Comic-Con, but how does the UK fan base react to you? I know that there's such fans of, obviously, your Rufio character, but you've had such a great career thus far, yes.
A lot of Rufio fans out here, a lot of Avatar fans out here. So I was actually trying to figure out, yes, from Manchester. I mean, Avatar fans, I'm trying to figure out if it's Manchester is Water Tribe or Earth Kingdom or Air Nomads or Fire Nation. What do y'all think? But it's very, we don't know. It's
She's
mixed.
all about the fire.
Fire Nation's a lot of Fire Nation in the house. I met some Fire Nation.
Yes. But what an amazing thing to be a part of that franchise and a part of so many different amazing eclectic things that you've done. But we will start with Rufio, one of my personal favorites. And you told me such a great story last time about how the Rufio look came to be, because we've had so many amazing cosplayers, I'm sure you've seen male and female, that have come as Rufio. Tell us about how the look became so iconic.
Yeah, you know, when you're younger, you think it's gonna be, you just want to, you know, a movie, and I was like 15, and you just want to be cool. But we did that, and then I was telling you, we did in the 90s. In the 90s, I'm a hip hop kid, so I was like double XL everything. Like, I would come to the set, baggy pants, baggy shirt, and then they were like, we're gonna do this character for you. And I know it's cool now, but when you're like a teenager in the 90s, putting on some tights and tight jeans was like, I was nervous, you guys. I was real nervous. They brought me the red tights, and then I was like, okay, like Peter Pan tights, and they gave me ripped jeans, like holy ripped jeans, and I was like, yo, this is not what I want to be doing right now.
And then there was a major crop top moment.
When they gave me the crop top, they put on first they put on a skin tight shirt, and I was like, all right, and then they took the scissors and they cut around it, and then my belly button showing, and they just gave me a crop top. 1991 crop tops were not like right now. I mean, I was down in the town, all the girls were wearing crop tops.
You'd be very on trend. Rufio would be over.
Look, she's wearing a crop top right now.
Give it up for crop top, everybody. Crop
1991 for me, no. I did not want to be doing that. And then they started fringing me up, putting fringe on everything. Fringe. I mean, in the Barbie movie, see, Ken was wearing fringe. He was loving the fringe.
Yeah.
And
you were so before your time.
I was before the time. And then they put the hair in my hair. And they were like, how about a mohawk? And I was like, okay, a mohawk. And they were like, how about 3 mohawks? I was like, what are these people doing to me? And I swear, when you're 15 and you're in a movie, you just want to be cool when it comes out. Like, that's all you hope for. Like, when I go to school on Monday after this movie comes out, I just hope that people think I'm cool. And at that time, I didn't know if I was going to be cool or not, but as time tells, it's become an iconic character.
It's 2023, and it's very cool.
Still
am I right?
Cool. Rufio's cool.
Very cool. Very on
Long
trend.
live Rufio.
Yes, long live Rufio. That's right. Tell us a little bit about being on set. Obviously, 15 years old. I'm sure there's a lot of pressure. But you did mention that, you know, your castmates were very welcoming, and the crew and the costume designers.
No doubt. I mean, you know, I'm young during that time, but I got to work with some of the greatest actors and one of the greatest directors of all time as a young artist. And rest in peace, Robin Williams, who was like a mentor to me throughout the whole shooting, who was playing Peter Pan, and then coming to set every day to watch the legendary Dustin Hoffman play Captain Hook. I would just come literally on my days off to watch these guys work, to really take in as a young artist all the masters doing their work. It was wonderful.
Very cool, very cool. Well, guys, I could sit up here and mark out all day long, but we want to hear from all of you. We have a microphone stand right in the front. So yes, please don't be shy. You can line up and ask a question to Dante. And we have a question from this gentleman right here. Oh,
Here we go. Hold.
uh-oh.
No. Whisper in my ear.
Yeah. It's like, I could do it.
Cheers, Rufio. I was meaning to say, I think I've been very fortunate to meet most of my favourite comedians, and I tell you what, they are very, very different people to how they are on stage. Some are more serious or shy. I mean, obviously you worked with the great Robin Williams, and I tell you what, there was never a film he ever did that, you're laughing so hard, you thought you'd need an ambulance by the end of the day. But my question is, was he very different to how he is on screen, or was he the man 24/7, the man you knew, and was it quite memorable working with the guy?
That's a great question.
Thank you so much. Yeah, with Robin, he was everything that you thought he was going to be. He was, to put it short, he was the genie from Aladdin. He's literally the genie from Aladdin. When he was around, magic always happened, and he had so much energy. He knew everyone's name on the set. He made everyone laugh. He took it upon himself to keep the morale of the whole 150 cast and crew together every single day. And so I really love that part about him. But also, to your point, he had the flip side where I would spend mornings with him just talking about poetry. So before I met him, before I did the film, I've been a fan of his since Mork and Mindy and before that, but also Dead Poets Society is still today one of my favorite films of all time. And me and my brothers and my whole crew in my neighborhood, we created our own Dead Poets Society when we watched the movie. And so he was so inspired by that concept, and we would spend our mornings just talking about his favorite poems and my favorite poems. And I became a poet, and I think partially because of his support. And I started a poetry venue in Los Angeles in my living room. And actually, that poetry venue has grown to become the largest weekly poetry venue in America, called the Poetry Lounge, originally Dante's Poetry Lounge. That became Def Poetry Jam on HBO, went to Broadway, won a Tony, and we just celebrated our 25th anniversary 3 weeks ago, and I credit that to Robin Williams. Thank you.
Very
Hello.
cool.
Hi again.
Hi again.
I was just wondering, if you wasn't playing Rufio in Hook, who would you want to play?
That's a good question. In Hook, I just watched it again recently. You did too? Who would I want to play?
I was waiting for you to say Tinkerbell just to pop.
Tinkerbell is Tink is pretty cool.
You had
But-
tights, you know?
I know. I probably would want to be still one of the Lost Boys maybe, but watching the movie again recently, Captain Hook is amazing. I couldn't do anything like that. And also, rest in peace, Bob Hoskins. I love what he did with Shmi.
Yeah.
Shmi was so cool.
Absolutely.
So maybe I go back to Shmi.
That cast is insane. And having just watched it again, I was like, you forget Julia Roberts, Bob Hoskins. What a
Maggie
film.
Smith.
Maggie Smith. Oh my God, she's royalty. Yes. Great question.
Thank you so much.
You could have been Wendy Moira Angela Darling.
Ah,
You would have played that beautifully.
yes.
Another question right here. Hi.
Hi. I just want to say that I absolutely love Hook, and it's been like one of my favorite movies like since I was a kid. And I have to ask, what was your favorite memory from set? Like what was the best part about it?
God, I had so many great memories. My biggest memory doing the whole film is the sword fighting. So I studied so much sword fighting. They had me studying sword fighting before I started, for 3 months, and then every day we were doing it. So when you see me sword fighting in the film, I did all the sword fighting, which was crazy. And when I watched it again, it was just kind of fun watching that. And then my other memories, like I said, I would literally show up on set the days I'm not working to watch these guys work. If you have the chance to be around greatness, in whatever you do, and there's a lot of creatives in the room, you have to have the wherewithal to just show up and just see what it does to you. To watch Steven Spielberg direct and to watch Robin Williams do improv, or to watch Dustin Hoffman do character work as a character actor, it's like having the good fortune to watch Picasso paint or Mozart conduct a symphony. And so a lot of my memories is just being on set, watching these guys and just taking it in. And I was a teenager, so I was doing all kinds of crazy stuff in my life anyway. And then coming to set and hanging out with these guys as a 15-year-old kid, it's just really special memories. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Hi, Mia.
Hello, what's your name?
I'm Mia.
What is it?
Mia.
Mia?
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. I was wondering, I'm an aspiring actor myself, and I would like to know like how Robin Williams influenced you as a 15-year-old actor, like what lesson you took away from him, because you're obviously quite young.
Yes, well, like between Robin and Dustin,
Yeah.
I mean, they're beasts.
Yeah.
Beasts. So I was I'm still serious. I'm not that serious. I was very when you're younger, you're very serious. And so what's crazy is, with Steven Spielberg, right? So I'm on the set and I'm doing this character, and I'm like Rufio. I'm playing like the lead. I'm playing like the new Peter Pan, the leader of the Lost Boys, and I'm like battling Captain Hook, and I'm also kind of battling Robin Williams.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it my way. But I'm also this young actor, so this is the biggest note I got from Steven Spielberg the whole time,
Okay.
right? I'd be starting to act, and he'd go, cut, stop. Dante, stop imitating Brando. Back to the top.
Oh.
Like literally, he wrote it on my script, stop imitating Brando.
Kind of make it your own.
Well, make it your own, but also I'm a 15-year-old kid
Yeah.
imitating Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
Which and I looked at him, I was like, I'm not really doing Brando, I'm doing Pacino, doing Brando.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew, but when I'm hanging out with these guys, there's a history. You know what I'm saying? As actors, our whole history of acting, our whole craft is in the films. A lot of these guys, we're all a part of these great stories, but we are all in the lineage of these other actors. And when you get to work with these guys, they're really giving it to you. I mean, everything you're learning in class, once you get onto the set and you get to tango with these people and you get to see if your craft holds up and you're there to learn new stuff and be in the moment and all the things that your acting teachers tell you to do, build your character, what do you want? You're doing all that stuff and they've already done it. And so now you're here to test it with them. And so the biggest thing that leaves you with is like, do more work. Like their work is flawless.
Yeah.
But we're young actors, but you have to be brave enough to like go for it.
Go for it, yeah.
But also have the respect and honor and really see what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? You can't be in awe of it, but what they both taught me different things. Like Robin Williams is like such a fast thinker, but he's always in the moment. He's looking at you. He's really looking at you. Because he's commenting, he's improving. In order to improv, you have to really be in the moment and really see someone, what they're doing right now. Cameras are rolling, be in it. And he's like, that teaches you that. And then with Hoffman, he's lost in a character. It's so detailed. You're like, how the hell, like, are you Captain Hook all the time? Like, what the f- is going on?
Yeah.
And I'm just like this kid, and he was crazy sometimes. Like, and so you learn character work and seeing it in real life and it being tangible, and it's not movies and it's not books. It's like right in front of you, and so it's hard to explain. You know?
No, go for it.
But go for it. Good luck on the journey.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yes, round of applause for Mia. Wishing you all the success. A lot of aspiring actors here. Another question right here in the front.
Hi, Hey Dante, how you doing?
Good. What's up? What's your name?
I'm Tom.
What's up, Tom?
I'm going to ask a similar question to my sister, actually.
It's your sister.
Yeah.
Are you also an actor?
No, not really.
Okay.
But I can appreciate actors like yourself. It's about Mako, the
Oh,
original
yes.
Iroh voice actor, and basically how he influenced you as an actor and a voice actor. Because I know you worked with him before Avatar, obviously.
Yeah.
When you were a lot younger.
Several times in my career. Mako, For people that don't know, I do this show called Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is this big animation show. And Mako was the original guy who played my uncle Iroh. But Mako, as you said, Tom, had played my uncle or my father several times through my career. I think the first thing I worked with him, I was 12 years old. And so getting to work with him throughout my career was really great. In a lot of ways, he was an Uncle Iroh kind of mentor to me, because he was, rest in peace, he's another person who's passed. He passed away in the middle of doing Avatar: The Last Airbender. But, I got to touch base with him throughout my teenage years, my 20s, my 30s. And he's an Asian American actor, and he's one of the most prolific Asian American actors. Got nominated for Oscars and started the longest running theater company for people of color in America, which I also grew up in doing plays and writing plays in. And so he was just one of the elders that would just check in with me and just see how my career was going. But also as an actor, he's just a legend, As you know, he's a legend. And so whenever you get to hang out with those guys, I just love hearing the stories and checking in with them, and just trying to get any advice as you go along. And it is. And I try, as I'm getting older in the industry, and I talk to some of the younger dudes, it's all about passing on the information. There's this thing about actors, it's kind of like martial arts too. And what I learned as a young actor is the cycle is find a master, become a master, and pass it on. That's the cycle. So, cheers.
Oh, thank you very much. See you later.
What fabulous advice. And a Comic-Con exclusive right here. Come on up. Feel free to introduce yourself. Hiya.
Hi, I'm Bobby. And
Hi.
I've grown up adoring Hook. I basically memorized the script as long as I can remember. But I wanted to know, what your favorite stories of working with, Robin Williams and Dustin Hoffman are.
Well, I wrote this book. I wrote some of the stories. Some of the stuff we can't talk about. No, well, with Robin Williams, one of the great stories that I love to tell is beyond all the great stuff he is and how amazing of an actor and how great he is, there's these just human sides of him why I love him. One day he came by and he wanted to talk to me. He said, Don, let me talk to you, Dante. And I'm like, yeah, I'm talking to Robin. And he's like, where are you from? And I go, well, I'm from San Francisco originally. I know you're from San Francisco. He goes, yeah, I'm from San Francisco too. Robin Williams, big name in San Francisco. He goes, yeah, but where's your family from, originally? I go, oh, I'm Filipino. And, when you're in Hollywood, a lot of times you feel like you're on the outside looking in to the big party. And even you're cast, you're in the movie, right? But even when the movie is the big stars and you're like, do I belong here? There's all these things like that. And he's talking to me that day and he's like, oh, you're Filipino. He goes, I thought you were Filipino. He goes, my wife, his wife at the time, Marsha, she's half Filipino. I was like, oh, wow. And he's like, yeah, so you remind me of that side of my family. And we started talking about being Filipino, and he had this very warm way just in that moment of putting his arm around me and welcoming me into this world. He's letting me know yo, this world is for you. You don't have to feel like an outsider. This is also for you, and I will love him forever for things like that, little things that he doesn't have to do. And so that's one of my favorite Robin Williams stories. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's beautiful. Hey there.
Hold on.
Prepared.
Hi.
Hey.
Hello. My name's Jack.
What's up, Jack?
Hey, not much. Just thought I'd come down. Just one demo. Essentially, I'm a massive fan of your work as Zuko, famous Fire Prince. I was wondering, how many, I know you've done work on, the official Avatar series. How often have you done work as Zuko for, smaller scale productions? Stuff just, projects online, or fan dubs, or stuff that's, it's not, got the same production value, but it still has you as a participant, if that makes any sense.
Well, yeah. I love Zuko. It's been so many years since we've done it. I think it's 18 years it came out 18 years ago, and the fandom has grown over the years. And I love that. There's a thing about all these projects that we hear at the Comic-Con. It's when our projects that we do become your projects, like that's when we know we did something actually really good.
Yeah.
And so when other people have taken the character of Zuko and reached out to me and wanted me to do something for something they're doing online, they got to me. If I have the time and it's something that I dig, I would always try to do it because I just think it's so cool that the community, it becomes a community. And we're all, me too, as being one of the actors or being the voice of Zuko, I'm still a part of the Avatar community. And when something beautifully is being done or it's inspired someone to make something that's interesting and I can lend my voice to that, I get to do it, and I have done it several times. I'm sure you might have seen some things online. I've done with Rooster Teeth. I've done with Doug Williams, the nostalgia critic.
Oh yeah.
And things of that nature. And it's I've been around the industry for a long time, and I have a few of these characters throughout the years. So I got to a place in my career where I can have a lot of fun with my own career, with my own characters I've done, and have a good time with it.
Oh wow.
Thank you, Jack.
Thank you.
Hey, no problem. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, Jack.
Cheers. Hello.
Got a question from this gentleman. We
How
might
you
need to,
doing?
yeah, that's a little high, that microphone.
Can
Hey,
someone
Aaron.
help my guy out here?
Oh, we got it.
Here we go. There you go.
There we go. Hey, buddy.
What's up? What's your name?
My name is called Oliver.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. My question is that do you like playing Rufio?
Do I like playing Rufio?
Yes.
I did like playing Rufio. He was a cool guy. Did you know Rufio?
Yeah.
You're kind of young to know Rufio. You look like a lost boy though.
Am I?
Yes, you look like you'd be a good lost boy for sure.
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
Nope, you're found. You're right.
Yes.
No, I liked playing Rufio because I grew up with a lot of brothers and like our own little crew of friends, which is kind of like the Lost Boys, and it was great to kind of put that camaraderie on the screen, and also it's wonderful to be a part of a story that it has been around for longer than all of us have been alive. It's going to be around longer, after we're all gone, which is the Peter Pan story, and I know Peter Pan comes from England, and it's a fairy tale. We all grew up with Peter Pan, and it's a really wild and weird thing that me, as a kid, not much older than you, somehow became canon in a fairy tale, and it's something I think that's the magic of Hollywood and a wonderful thing. So I'm very proud of Rufio.
Yep.
Thank you.
Bye.
Cheers.
Thanks, Oliver. I think we have time for one more question, guys. We've got our cosplayers coming up next. We'll do one more if that's okay.
Okay.
Hi, Danny. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. What's your name?
David.
What's up, David?
My question is, what's it like to be part of the Star Wars universe?
Also very cool. Star Wars is the original fandom, for me at least, and I know for a lot of people out there. And for people that don't know, I play a character named Jay Kell on Rebels, but also on the YouTube channel Galaxy of Adventures. I get to narrate a lot of the Galaxy of Adventure stuff. And so for being able to get like a little piece of the Star Wars universe is phenomenal. Like, this is one of the things as actors, as filmmakers, for us to go back and get to be a part of the things that we grew up with as kids that kind of got us into this whole world, all that stuff is just phenomenal. Even doing this small character, Jaikel, in Rebels, I work with Dave Filoni, who also was on Avatar. Filoni's now the keeper of the Star Wars lore. And so even all the small characters, he knows what's going on with them. So at the breaks, we'll be like, Dave, like, what happens with my character? And he goes on like a 10-minute, like, monologue of what your character's doing during these major parts of the Star Wars story. And we're just like kids again. I'm just like a kid again, like around like, the fire, like listening to your uncle or something like, tell us the story about this, and he just tells you that stuff. And so I just love being a part of that whole fandom, and it's wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Great question. My gosh, Dante, we've got Star Wars, Avatar, Hook, Peter Pan. What franchise
I don't know.
would you like to join if not that? Are we thinking Fantastic Beasts,
I know.
Barbie?
Can we get something, one of those
We
things?
don't know.
We'll
You
see what
never know.
happens. We'll see what happens.
Before we let you go, and Dante will be here for more autographs and photo ops, make sure you go say hello in the celebrity area. Before we let you go back there, what's next for you coming up after Comic-Con Manchester?
We know we're on strike right now, which a lot of you guys know, so a lot of the things we're doing is on pause. But beyond being in front of the camera, I'm behind the camera, so I'm writing, directing movies. My film is out right now in the States and in Asia called The Fabulous Filipino Brothers, my directorial debut. So I know some people have seen it, so check that out, The Fabulous Filipino Brothers. And I'm actually, while we're on break, I'm writing a one-man show right now.
Wow.
So I have a book called From Rufio to Zuko that I'm writing a one-man show, and I'm sure I'll be touring that around America next year, but maybe I'll get out on this side of the pond and get to do a one-man show out here in England also.
We would love that, wouldn't we, guys?
Yeah.
Little return to the UK. Can someone give him a hand with all this talent? There's just too much
Get
here.
out of here.
There's just too much here. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up one more time for the amazing Dante Basco.
Thank you, guys. Cheers.